I want to take a couple minutes today to go over this MUNBYN thermal printer that I've got sitting right here behind me. I just picked this up about a month ago. This is something I've had my eyes on for quite a while. I've always used the Dymo printers, which is also behind me here, for all of my shipping label needs, but I wanted something I could branch out and start making more like custom labels, whether it be like thank you labels or labels for my egg cartons, things of that nature. When MUNBYN recently came out with this 941B in the green color, I immediately jumped on it. The only color they had to offer before that was in the pink, and let's face it, that just wasn't my color, and it kind of kept me from pulling the trigger on it for quite some time. When the green came out, it was a no-brainer. So let's take a second to go over this thing real quick. Now, once you get this out of the box, you'll get your printer here that you see behind me, and then it comes with your USB cable if you want to directly hardwire to your computer. It does come with a USB-C to USB connector here, which is good for this little flash drive that it also comes with. So they give you quite a few options. Not to mention the main way I use this is the Bluetooth capability, which is what drew me to it as well. While Bluetooth is actually the biggest convenience for me, I also wanted something that had the 300 DPI resolution. This one's got that. Before I found this 941B model that MUNBYN carries with the 300 DPI resolution, the 203 DPI resolution was all I could ever find on the market. And while those work just fine, and most people probably don't split hairs when it comes to this category, I always felt there was a little bit more to be had than what the 203 DPI models had to offer. I held out and waited specifically for this 300 DPI. Now, with that being said, let's talk about a few of the label options that they've got. If you've never researched any of the labels that are out there and available, there's a whole slew of different options you could pick from. So these are just a couple that I picked up. First off, they give you 10 4x6 labels to get you started, just kind of like a sampler pack within the box. I wanted to be able to print circle labels and rectangle labels to start. So I picked up this roll here of 2 1/4 by 1 1/4 rectangles. So if you can see that there, these are just a nice roll of rectangle labels. The sky's kind of the limit based on your creativity and what you can do with those. On my printer, I've got the 2-inch circle labels, and then I also got a set of 3-inch that I wanted to play with. The only thing I've used so far on this printer has been the circle labels. So here's your 3-inch label set here. If you go through and search within Amazon, you'll find a whole list of different shapes and colors and options out there. Some of them are really neat. I'm looking forward to trying one day in the future. I was wanting to branch out and do some different printing other than just shipping labels. Let me take you through this thing and I'll show you what all I'm using it for, just to kind of give you an idea what this thing's capable of. I'll run you through the software. All you do is download MUNBYN's native app, whether it be iOS or through the Google Play Store. And it's extremely simple to either download your own design, whether it be something you created in Canva or another platform. You can design right within the MUNBYN app, and they give you some examples of things you can use from their site. So just to keep it simple for this video, I'm gonna run you through MUNBYN's design software, and I'll show you how to create a quick thank you label real quick. Now, once you get into this design software, this is the home page. You'll see up in the top left-hand corner where it's connected to my printer, and then they've got some recommended options here as well. So you can actually get labels that look like little Christmas trees, pumpkins, you name it. Or if you have these 4x6 labels, that's what these ones, or it says running in the ballet studio, that's what those are designed to print on. And then that rectangle I was showing you that I purchased where it says Happy Mail, you could print that on that label. So let's go in and just do a simple 2-inch label real fast, since that's what I've got loaded up. So I'm gonna go in here to create. I'm gonna create a 50 by 50 millimeter, which is the same thing as a 2-inch label in white. So you see where it brings up the template here. So I'm just gonna go down here to where it says stickers, and you can see right here, you can click through some of these categories, and this will allow you to pick whatever they've got here listed. And like I said, if you don't find something in here that you like, you can always branch out to Canva or Photoshop, something like that, and find a design you like. Just as long as you're within this footprint of what the label can print on, you're good to go. So let's just go into thank you here real quick, and then we will go to, let's just find one we like here real fast. Let's just do this one right here, and then we'll size this to fit on this label. See if we can get it centered. There's our crosshairs. So we're centered. Go ahead and hit print, preview. And then down here it gives you a list of options. You can change your print density, how many copies you want to make, and the print rate. And that's just something you'll have to dial in on your own, depending on how dark you want the label to turn out when you're doing this. I found that so far the factory settings have done pretty well for me. I have darkened up a few of my labels that I've played with. Now let's go ahead and hit print. Just like that. So you can also go in here to, you can save it online or save it locally, depending on if you want to save that design or not. Since this is just something that was already preloaded in the software, I'm just going to leave it and not save it. Now I'm going to go up here to the top where it says saved and online. And then what you see in here, this is one of my logos that I use from one of my businesses. I've already got it preloaded. We'll hit preview and print. And then I'm going to go ahead and print 5 of these to go on my egg cartons and hit print. And just like that. Now you also notice behind here, I've got this label holder set up. That doesn't come with the printer, but you're gonna absolutely want one of these. It doesn't really matter which brand you go with. Found you a good caddy to hold on to your labels. And then on the bottom here, you can stick your stackable 4x6 labels as well. And then you just swap out the labels based on what you need. But I've been extremely happy with this little printer since I got it. I've been using this for a month, like I said. The options are kind of limitless as to what you can use this thing with. This is really gonna help me with the creativity of my business and kind of add my own personal touch to my packages or the other merchandise we run within our businesses. Hopefully you found this review helpful. I appreciate you guys watching. You all have a good one.